Here in Georgia, voting rights are a major issue in the governor's race, with the Democratic candidate arguing that voting laws make it difficult for some people to have their voices heard. The Democrats' candidate for Georgia governor is Stacey Abrams.
In 2018, voters across the state were denied access to the right to vote. They were denied the ability to register and stay on the rolls. They were denied the ability to cast a ballot and the ability to have that ballot counted.
She argues Republican officials have made it difficult to vote, especially for people of color. Kathy Clark is voting early to be sure her ballot is counted.
In 2016, I went to vote in my district, and they denied me. They said I was at the wrong voting place, even though my address was right there. So no, it's not fair. I should have been able to vote in that election.
Abrams points to a 2021 Georgia law backed by her opponent, the current governor, Kemp, that requires ID for absentee voting and limits the use of ballot drop boxes. It even restricts the ability of outside groups to give food or water to voters stuck in long voting lines.
Denying water to people that's trying to vote, those type of things, I feel like that's like him trying to suppress people voting, and I have a problem with that.
Bill Crane is a political analyst in Atlanta. He says concerns about voting are especially resonant here in the American South.
Real problems in the law in the 1960s, in the 1950s, the Jim Crow era, that African Americans were denied the right to vote, killed for voting, lynched for voting, and there is no question that raising the specter of suppression is a very effective tactic to turning out Democratic vote.
But he notes that here in Georgia, opportunities to vote have expanded greatly in recent years.
You can vote early, you can vote in person, you can vote via drop box. There's a difference between waiting in line and the line being long, or being thirsty because no one can give you a bottle of water, and someone denying you the right to vote.
Kemp rejects accusations of voter suppression, pointing to record early voting turnout in Georgia.
2018, when I was elected, we had the largest African American turnout in the country in our state. And we're seeing just now in the May primary, we had record turnout for Republicans and Democrats, and we're certainly seeing that during early voting.
Polling suggests the Republican Kemp is significantly ahead of the Democrat Stacey Abrams in the governor's race as we head towards Election Day. Jim Spellman, CGTN, Atlanta, Georgia.